Often, we feel that love happens suddenly. One day, someone feels completely ordinary, and the next day, that same person feels incredibly close to the heart. Many men don't even realize when or why their attraction to a woman begins. It just happens, quietly. Maybe you've noticed this too. Some women aren't loud. They aren't overly perfect. They don't try too hard. And yet, their presence feels different. Being around them brings a sense of calm, without any clear reason. Today, we're talking about that woman. The woman who doesn't try to attract attention. Yet men find themselves drawn to her without even realizing why. 1. Attraction often comes from silence, not noise. Talking too much, showing too much, trying too hard to prove your worth. We often mistake these things for attraction. But psychology suggests that men are often more drawn to a woman who doesn't constantly explain her value. A woman who doesn't react to everything, who doesn't answer every question immediately, who pauses, thinks, and then speaks. There's a quiet strength in that silence, and a man's mind feels it deeply. 2. She often doesn't even know she's attractive. This kind of woman rarely thinks of herself as special. She doesn't chase attention. She's busy living her life, her thoughts, her work, her routine, and maybe that's exactly why she feels different. On a subconscious level, a man senses, she doesn't need my attention, yet I want to give it to her. That's where attraction begins. 3. Emotional control, invisible yet strongly felt. We often believe that showing emotions equals honesty. But emotional control is also a sign of deep awareness. A woman who doesn't scream when she's angry, who doesn't accuse the moment she's hurt, who doesn't turn every situation into drama. To a man, she feels emotionally safe. And when a man feels safe with someone, his heart slowly starts settling there. 4. A simple everyday example. Imagine an office. 2 female coworkers. One talks constantly, explains everything, wants to be the center of every conversation. The other speaks less. She works, listens, smiles. Sometimes she says just one simple line, but it carries weight. After a few weeks, the man often notices his attention drifting toward the second woman. Why? No drama, no strategy, just emotional balance and self-respect. 5. The woman who doesn't share everything. You may have noticed that when someone opens their entire life in one day, interest slowly fades. But the woman who keeps parts of herself private, who doesn't reveal every pain or story immediately, there's a sense of mystery around her. And the human mind is naturally drawn to mystery. This isn't a game. These are simply boundaries. 6. Self-respect that doesn't speak but shows. Her self-respect isn't loud. She doesn't accept everything. She can say no, without guilt. And men feel this deeply, because where there is respect, attraction stays alive. 7. She isn't easy to chase. She's available, but not all the time. She's caring, but not desperate. And for a man, this balance is powerful, because the mind rarely values what comes too easily. 8. The woman who knows how to listen. Men often don't share their feelings. But when someone listens without judgment, they begin to form an emotional bond. She doesn't give too much advice. She doesn't offer endless solutions. She just listens. And sometimes she says only one thing: I understand. For a man, that simple line means a lot. 9. Attraction doesn't always mean love. Not every man falls in love with this woman. But he never forgets her. He remembers her calm, her silence, her boundaries, and years later, when another relationship falls apart, she's often the one who crosses his mind again. Meaningful ending. We often think that to be attractive, we need to become something, do something, try harder. But in reality, the woman who is grounded in her life, who understands her emotions, who is at peace with herself, she stays remembered without trying. And perhaps the deepest attraction is the one that's felt, but cannot be explained, in silence, in calm, in authenticity.